Wizard of Oz by L. Frank Baum. Retold by Maggie Blossom. Illustrated by Asha Pierce. This is the magical story of a girl named Dorothy. In this story, Dorothy takes a great big adventure. This great big adventure starts on a very small farm in Kansas. Dorothy is a young orphan girl who has a little dog, Toto. Toto is her best friend. The best friends live in a very small farmhouse, on a very small farm, in a very small town, on a very big prairie, where very little ever happens. Very little, that is, until one day when the best friends were home alone and a humongous cyclone blew through the prairie. The humongous cyclone picked up the very small farmhouse and took it on a humongous journey to a land that was very far away. The land was Oz. When taking a journey in your house, it is important to note there is no way to steer. Your house goes where the wind blows. Dorothy's house blew all the way to Oz, where it landed right on top of the Wicked Witch of the East. Dorothy thought this was pretty bad. The Munchkins who lived there thought this was pretty good. The Munchkins had been ruled by the Wicked Witch, who was evil, so they were very happy to be freed from her control. The Munchkins, along with the Good Witch of the North, rewarded Dorothy with a pair of magical ruby shoes. Dorothy just wanted to go home to Kansas. "How do I get home to Kansas?" she asked. "Follow the road of yellow bricks," said the Good Witch. "It will lead to the Emerald City, where there lives a wizard. The wizard can get you back home." So off Dorothy went, followed closely by her best friend, Toto. When traveling a road of yellow bricks in a land filled with witches and munchkins, you should be prepared for many new and different adventures and characters. On their journey, Dorothy and Toto met three wonderful characters who became their friends. First, they met the Scarecrow, who was just hanging out. Really, he was hanging from a pole in a field. Dorothy rescued him from the pole, and the three friends headed on down the road. Next, they met the Tin Woodman, who was a stiff. Really, he was rusted so badly that his joints were stiff. Dorothy loosened his limbs with oil, and the four friends headed on down the road. Next, they met the Cowardly Lion, who was struck by Dorothy. Really, he tried to scare the friends, so Dorothy slapped him, at which point he admitted he was a coward, said he was sorry, and the five friends headed on down the road. The friends all followed the road to Oz, where they hoped to meet the wizard. The Scarecrow hoped the wizard would give him brains. The Tin Woodman hoped the wizard would give him a heart. The Cowardly Lion hoped the wizard would give him courage. Dorothy and Toto just wanted to go home to Kansas. When the five friends arrived at the Emerald City, they went in search of the wizard. When they found him, he quickly agreed to help each of them. Even more quickly, he set a condition for his help. The wizard said, "I will most certainly give you a brain, and you a heart, and you some courage, and you a ride back to Kansas. But first, you will get rid of the Wicked Witch of the West, who rules over Winky Country. The Wicked Witch is a wicked woman, and the Winkies deserve better." As the friends wandered Winky Country in search of the Wicked Witch, they had many adventures and were met with many challenges. It took all the talents of all the friends to prevail. Along the way, they sometimes surprised themselves. Scarecrow was surprised that he was smart. Tin Woodman was surprised by his heart. Cowardly Lion was surprised by his bravery. And Dorothy was surprised to find that all she needed was a pail of water to rid the world of the Wicked Witch of the West. When the friends returned to the wizard to claim their reward, they were even more surprised as the wizard explained to them that all they had ever wanted was already inside them. The wizard proclaimed, "Scarecrow, you have shown that you already have brains. Tin Woodman, you have shown that you already have a heart. Cowardly Lion, you have shown that you already have courage." "What about me?" whispered Dorothy. While all of this was going on, the good witch was watching and listening, and when she heard Dorothy, she chimed in. "Dorothy, just like your friends, you have also always had what you needed. Those ruby shoes are magical and will take you home to Kansas. Just click your heels 3 times, make a wish, and away you go. But be sure to bring Toto with you." And that's what she did. The end.